the Prime Minister's 11 versus West Indies cricket match, brought to you by Sharp.
Dennis Lillie and Jeff Thomson, two of Australia's fastest and most successful bowlers, who at the peak of their careers blitzed the West Indies batting in 1975-76. With Viv Richards and Clive Lloyd on the rampage this season, wouldn't it be great to have them back together again? Well, today they take the new ball for the Prime Minister's 11 against the two great West Indian batsmen. With the Windies proving to be almost unbeatable in the one-day game at the moment, it takes a great batsman to match strokes with Viv and Clive. Greg Chappell, Australia's master batsman, will tackle the West Indies paceman for the last time as he pads up for the Prime Minister. A few young players are going to get the opportunity to represent Australia in the next couple of years, and one of the batsmen who is on the short list is David Boon. Today, the youngster from the Apple Isle tackles the speedsters from the Caribbean Isles. Well, a great sight here in Canberra, with the Manuka Oval full to overflowing as the Prime Minister's 11 battle with the West Indies. Richie Benno has made his way carefully up the stairs and into the commentary position, and he's not even out of breath.
Thanks, Ian, and welcome to the highlights of an exciting day's play at this picturesque Manuka Oval. The ground itself is sheer delight. One of the finest cricket grounds I've seen anywhere in the world. Big crowd in today, and it's ringed with trees, multicoloured trees, a delightful little pavilion, and good accommodation for all the spectators here. The Prime Minister's 11 for today, selected by the Right Honourable the Prime Minister and Mr Phil Ridings, the Chairman of the Australian Selectors, is Greg Ritchie, Steve Smith, David Boon of Tasmania, Dean Jones, Kim Hughes, Greg Chappell, Greg Matthews, Roger Woolley, John Maguire, Jeff Thomson and Dennis Lillie. The West Indians have chosen a strong side in deference to the wishes of the Prime Minister, Desmond Haynes and Richard Gabriel, then Larry Gomes, Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, Geoffrey Dujon, Augustine Logie, Roger Harper comes into this match, a brilliant fielder and a useful off-spin bowler, then Joel Garner, Michael Holding and Winston Davis. David Boon, 134 from 142 balls faced. A tremendous effort that from him. He failed to make the West Indies tour, but the three selectors were here watching today, and it won't have been lost on them that in him Australia has a very fine young number 3 batsman.
Once again, Gabriel in trouble when he's got to come onto the front foot.
He left the gate wide open. Gap between bat and pad. And that ball passed diametrically between the two. Gabriel clutches his head in consternation. Makes no difference, he's got to go. And I rather fancy that stump has been broken, has it? No, it seems to be okay. So Gabriel is out and scored 2 for 33. They have indeed. A shot from Gomes, just getting as far as the boundary. And no amount of tricky footwork can stop it.
Jeff Thomson to Viv Richards. And Richards goes over the top of cover for his first boundary.
And again, over the top, straight over mid-off. Dennis Lillie, the fielder, had no chance.
What a magnificent shot there from Viv Richards. Very straight bat. And just picking it up on the rise. Really just concentrating on timing it. A magnificent shot, showing that he's equally at home on the back foot as what he is on the front foot. Great over there for Viv Richards and the West Indies. They're now 2 for 55.
beaten confused. Gomes is going to look for 3, and they might even look for 4. It depends how quickly Richards can come back with that groin strain. Can't do it. Have to be satisfied with 3. Gomes looks querulously up the pitch there. Maguire to Richards. Great stroke. He might have decided that this is going to be his day, trying to take to John Maguire.
The ball wasn't all that short, but Richards very quickly into position. And once he gets into position, he doesn't often miss with his placement. 26 off just 15 deliveries.
Bowled him off the pad. Maguire fired it in as the Yorker, aiming at leg stump. And a roar from the crowd as the great batsman goes. 26, bowled by John Maguire.
Big bit of bowling by John Maguire. Saw Richards coming down and going slightly to the onside. Fired the Yorker in just the perfect spot. And it nipped back off Richards' toe and crashed into the stumps. So Viv Richards is out. The third West Indian wicket goes with a total at 70.
Gomes is moving quickly there. Lloyd's going to look for 3. Greg Ritchie, the fielder. They'll get it comfortably. Good shot. Beautiful stroke. Picked it off the stumps and smashed it away past square leg. Steve Smith had no chance there.
Good piece of bowling there by Matthews. Quicker ball. Almost had Larry Gomes in trouble. Sweep shot again from Clive Lloyd. Only this one he's lofted, and it's right over the boundary rope. When he finds the middle of that big bat, they go a long way.
Oh, and the missed field down there. Gives overthrows. There were 3 people backing up. Steve Smith's throw, and in the end, it has gone through for 4 overthrows, plus the one they had already run.
There was a bad blue there by Greg Ritchie, straight between his legs.
Nice shot. Very, very late cut by Larry Gomes. Greg Ritchie's chasing again. It's good running. There's the 12th man. He's got quite a strong throwing arm. And plenty of weight behind it. Beaten Jeff Thompson. And into the fence. Man, Neil Bolger, left-hander. Good strong arm. Not completely accurate, but a very powerful throw. Nicely picked up and gathered in. John Maguire bowling to Larry Gomes. Well fielded by Matthews. A run-out chance here. Must be on. Greg Matthews. Good trigger that from him. Bad call from Larry Gomes. Lloyd had no chance. Gomes thought it was going to go past Greg Matthews, and the young fellow made a tremendous lunge at it and knocked it down. Gomes run out for 45.
It's a good piece of work from Matthews and a bad call there from Larry Gomes. There's no way that Lloyd could make a move out of his crease until he knew the ball was past Matthews, and Gomes should have had much more thought for his partner, and in the end it's cost him his wicket. West Indies 4 for 138. And the chief selector of the Prime Minister's 11 just checking up on his charges out on the field, flanked there by Phil Ridings, his co-selector in this match, and Alan Davidson, the Australian selector. Greg Chappell comes on to replace Greg Matthews. Matthews with the figures of none for 46 from 7 overs.
A chance, but it was very, very firmly hit.
Greg Chappell with his right hand already bandaged will have even more reason for a bit of pain. Clive Lloyd hit that one very firmly.
John Maguire bowling to Clive Lloyd.
That's a good solid edge there from Clive Lloyd. In fact, it may have even come off the shoulder of the bat. Flew way over the top of where the slips would normally be and down to the boundary.
Greg Chappell to Clive Lloyd. Hold him. Greg Chappell does it. Cut possibly both ways and swung a bit. May well have done, but might also have gone on, and Clive Lloyd might have hit around it. West Indian captain is out for 42. Victim of Greg Chappell.
Lloyd trying to loft away over wide mid-on for 6. Greg Chappell says that it just did enough to beat the bat, and that's all you need to do. The 4th wicket falls with a total at 156.
Change of bowling. Greg Matthews comes on at the far end of the ground. He's bowled 7 overs so far for 46. And a bowl to Jeff Dujon.
Marvellous shot there from Jeff Dujon, timing that ball to perfection. Dujon, who's been having a few problems, suddenly finding the middle of the bat. Follows it up with a good late cut. Greg Matthews from the Tilapia Park end. Dean Jones has come around from backward point. Rather mistimed shot there from Gus Logie. In the air and straight to Steve Smith. A very comfortable catch for him. Gus Logie out for 3.
A little bit of drift in the air there for Greg Matthews. It was well bowled. Drifted away, and then Logie hit with a spin. Steve Smith generally has a 6 for 169.